This is not for children. The content is not for children. For more action figure news, check out marvelousnews.com, link in the description below. If you're in Australia, check out our online shop, link in the description below. Two Great Collectibles here for an action figure review. Today we are looking at the 2022 Hasbro Marvel Legends Rhino from the Retro Spider-Man wave. In this review, we will compare head-to-head the Marvel Legends Rhino versus the Marvel Select Rhino. The Marvel Legends Rhino come in the retro packaging, and here we can see at the back a short read-up. Former Russian mafia muscle, the Rhino possesses immense strength, near-impregnable exo-armor, and a stubborn grudge against Spider-Man. Here are the other figures in this wave. Just comparing Rhino with the Hasbro Marvel Legends Retro Kingpin, you can see that the size of their retro card back is the same. And putting them side by side as well, we can see that the plastic shell that houses the figures are the same length and width as well. Here is the Retro Rhino besides a normal 6-inch scale retro carded figure, the X-Men Storm. Out of the packaging, Rhino comes with an alternate head and a pair of alternate open palm hands. Out of the packaging, we can see that Rhino is on a light gray base with some shading of dark gray in certain muscle spots. In terms of his facial expression, you can see him angry and ready to charge, and it is a well sculpted face. And also here from the back, you can see like some eggshell cracks on his armor, his Rhino armor, and some embossed rock-like sculpt work as well. So you see on the legs, it continues the egg crack-like sculpt, and this is a very beefy figure in terms of how the muscles are sculpted. The Perseverance of Rhino is in The Amazing Spider-Man number 41, published September 1966. It was a very intense battle between Rhino and Spider-Man. Spider-Man managed to defeat Rhino by outsmarting him. In terms of Rhino's origin, it was later revealed in The Amazing Spider-Man number 43, published December 1966. Rhino agreed to be experimented on, wherein some scientists kept on improving a molecular adhesive covering that will become his armor. Not only was Rhino becoming more powerful, but his intelligence also improved that he rebelled against them. Rhino has fought several heroes including the Hulk. In terms of weight, the Hasbro Marvel Legends Rhino weighs 346 grams. I was surprised at how light this particular tall and bulky action figure is. Comparing him to the 2013 Marvel Select Rhino, he is far too heavy, 604 grams, double the weight of the Marvel Legends. In terms of the sculpt work done, you can see that the Marvel Select Rhino has the eggshell cracks like the Marvel Legends one, and he is painted in terms of gray. It is a darker shade of gray, especially on the muscles, as you can see. On the back, you can see clearly that the rock-like sculpted details on the Marvel Legends does not exist on the Marvel Select Rhino. So in terms of the head, there is not much in terms of looking upwards. They're the same here, and looking downwards as well. In terms of the face of the Marvel Select Rhino, it is noticeable that he is a bit pale, and for some reason this one that I got has very red lips. In terms of looking from side to side, They have a similar range. The Marvel Select Rhino has a swivel on the torso, and he cannot crunch forward that much, but he can crunch backward a lot. The Marvel Legends Rhino doesn't have a swivel but can crunch forward, which is perfect for charging foes because he can point his horn charging forwards. Unlike the Marvel Select Rhino, you cannot crunch him forward at all, which makes him a little bit like a statue, that he's always standing. He cannot charge forward. In terms of crunching backwards, the Marvel Legends cannot crunch backward at all. Big advantage for the Marvel Select because of the swivel that he has. In terms of the back, you can see the Marvel Legends cannot crunch at all. He cannot really lean back. In terms of the knees, he has a upper thigh swivel and single jointed knees. The swivel on the Marvel Select is on there, and he cannot bend his knee at all to a 90-degree angle, to almost a 90-degree angle compared to the Marvel Legends one. That makes the Marvel Select a little bit difficult in terms of running because that's the most that his knee can bend. It isn't that much at all. It's like free running. Unlike the Marvel Legends, it's already in the running pose as his feet is kicking backwards already. The Marvel Select barely kicks backward. In terms of the feet, Marvel Select has a swivel and can hinge forward and back. The Marvel Legends does it better though. He can swivel and hinge forward and back, and this really makes him perfect for running poses. This is one reason why I picked up the Marvel Legends one, because you can do this compared to the Marvel Select, which barely moves. He is like a statue. In terms of the head, he comes with the angry head. Just pull it out. It's a bit hard at first, but there you can see the inner neck, or he actually doesn't have a neck, but as you can see there, just plug in the calm or the like the neutral face sculpt, which is well sculpted as well, especially the eyes and the nose and the facial expression. He comes with a pair of closed fist hands, well sculpted and well detailed, just like his body. Now, in terms of his alternate hands, you can see the peg is not that long, so you just pop it in. It's different, so you cannot use other hands of your Marvel Legends for this figure, because how his hand peg is made, it's really different. So here we have the open palm hand for grabbing action figures. He can grab the leg, he can grab the face, and it really is a good addition. I'm glad that they gave us that, because the Marvel Select Rhino doesn't have any alternate hands. The Marvel Legends Rhino is 20 centimeters or almost 8 inches tall. In terms of the Impo trading card, he's a bit shorter, 6 feet 5 inch tall, but it is okay because Rhino has been drawn larger in comic books. For some Marvel Legends size comparison, we have Miles Morales and the Retro Spider-Man. Other figures from this retro wave: Symbiote Spider-Man and Ben Reilly Spider-Man. We have Spider-Gwen and Silver Sable. Other figures in this wave: Shocker and the Hobgoblin. Then we have Hammerhead and Frogman. Larger figures, the Retro Kingpin and the Build-A-Figure Armadillo. Here he is besides the Marvel Select Rhino. As you can see, as a 7-inch scale figure, the Marvel Select Rhino is bigger. Other 7-inch scale figures, we have Marvel Select Gambit and Rogue, Marvel Select Sandman and Venom, Marvel Select Sabretooth and Hulk. In terms of articulation, his head can move from side to side. He can look up that much and he can look downwards that far. His arms can extend that far. He has a bicep swivel here. He has single jointed elbow with pins. He has a swivel on his wrist, can hinge forward and back. He has an ab crunch and he can crunch forward that much. He cannot crunch back at all. He has a waist swivel right here. He has a single jointed knee. He has an upper thigh swivel. His feet can hinge forward and back. He has an ankle rocker. The first Hasbro Marvel Legends Rhino was a Build-A-Figure, and it was hard to acquire because it is now very expensive in the aftermarket. So I decided to get the Marvel Select Rhino. Thankfully, Hasbro decided to reissue the same Build-A-Figure with updated details and with added accessories, an alternate hand, and a head. This is a really good action figure, especially in terms of articulation and with the accessories that he comes with. Overall, a must-have for any Spider-Man fan. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and ring the notification bell.